greetings. In my last video, I had asked you which is that place where huge number of turtles come onto the seashore. Well, the answer is, in fact, it is not just one place. There are many places in the world where a huge number of turtles come onto the seashore, but most importantly in Costa Rica, Central America, and on our own Gahirmata beach in Odisha. I mean, the turtles to the tune of 7.3 lakhs come onto the seashore for mass nesting. That's a phenomenal thing. You know, this phenomenon is called as arribada. In Spanish, arribada means arrival. Isn't it an interesting information? I want you to know more about this. At my channel, Learning with Dr. Poornima George, we shall be doing such interesting things. So, do share and like these videos so that they reach all those people. Kindly do subscribe to the channel so that we reach everybody who is in need of this kind of information. You can find these videos on my Facebook page, Poornima George, and on my Instagram handle, George Poornima. Come, let's learn together. Today, we are going to deal with one set of homophones and a couple of words which are related to one of the words. And that word is lose. Well, this pronunciation has two spellings. One is L-O-S-E, lose. Another one is L-O-O-S-E, lose. There are two lose. Now, which one to use where? That is the question. Let's begin with L-O-S-E, lose. Well, this word is a pure verb. L-O-S-E, lose means to miss something from one's possession or capability due to some unfortunate occurrences, incidences, or events or reasons. For example, let me give you a few examples to demonstrate this word. Don't lose your passport, right? Don't lose. This is how you can make use of the word lose. Don't lose your passport. That means important documents need to be taken care of. We should be very careful about the important documents and we shouldn't be very careless about them and take them for granted. So we and land up into unfortunate circumstances. John Milton lost his eyesight. Right, John Milton, he was a great writer, a phenomenal writer, but as he aged, he lost his eyesight. But in spite of losing eyesight, he kept on writing, and his most famous poems came after he lost his eyesight. To give you one more example, we lost dear Puneet Rajkumar, Appu, due to some misfortune and unfortunate occurrence. Well, this is how you have to make use of the word, lose. Interestingly, we can make use of the word lose to mean unable to follow. For example, if the flight goes near the Bermuda Triangle, the airbase will lose the track. You got it? If the flight goes near the Bermuda Triangle, the airbase will lose the track. So this is how you can make use of the word lose to mean unable to follow. To lose can also mean to remove, to discard, or to shed. For example, lose your footwear before entering the temple. That doesn't mean that you have to take your footwear and give it to the thieves away. No, not that. But to leave your footwear before you enter the temple premises. The word lose can also mean to fail to understand something. For example, be attentive in class or else you will lose the explanation. What does that mean? It means if you are not listening to the teachers in the class or professors in the class, you will absolutely not get to know what the explanation was about and you will not understand the topic. So far, we have used the word lose. Now let's look into certain words which are related to the word lose. They are loss, loser and loser. The word loss is the noun form of the word lose, which means, the word loss means something which you have missed because of your own unfortunate behavior or wrong behavior, like that. For example, losing his business was a great loss to my uncle. Right? Anybody, whoever has lost something in business, it's a great loss. You have built it on and then suddenly you have to lose it. So that is how the word loss can be used. Then there is another related term to lose, that is loser. Loser is a person who does not perform or does not win or thrive in various circumstances because of lack of focus or perseverance in his own life. Or loser is a person who does not give any regard to the relationships that he or she has in his or her own life. That kind of person can be called as a loser. There is another word which is related to lose, and that is losel. Losel means a worthless or wasteful person. It is usually used as a cuss word. The perfect homophone of LOSE lose is LOOSE lose. It can be used as verb, as an adjective, as a noun, but I prefer to talk about only adjectival form of LOOSE lose, because if I deal with other aspects, we may miss the track and I may be confusing you a lot. So we will stick on to the adjectival form, which is mostly used in all the cases. So LOOSE lose means not fixed or held tightly or firmly. For example, you have a loose button in your shirt, right? Loose button. It is loose, it is not tight, it is not held firmly. So to mean this, you can make use of the word loose. Loose also means not held or packaged. I had made a video to talk about packed and packaged. Kindly go to that video to understand the word packaged. Now let me give you an example. You can buy the mangoes in a pack, but they'll be cheaper if you buy them loose. What does this mean? This means if you buy a pack of mangoes, that may cost you a bomb, that may be costly, but if you buy them by numbers, like maybe half a dozen or a dozen or maybe a kg or 2 kgs, if you buy like that, they'll be cheaper. LOOSE loose can mean not fitting, right? Not tight. For example, we have to wear loose clothes in summer. Loose clothes, right? They are not very tight. Loose clothes. So here we are using it as an adjective to mean not very tight clothes. Loose also mean free, not tied. For example, the terrifying dog was loose. What does that mean? That means the dog, which is very terrifying, you will be really afraid to go near that dog, was not tied or not chained or not caged. It was let loose. It was roaming free. To mean that, we can make use of the word like this. To give you another example, the animals of the circus were let loose in the forest. Well, that's a very beautiful situation, because animals should not be caged or kept chained. They have to be free and let to live their life Therefore, here the animals are let loose into the forest where they can live as they want to. So to mean free, you can make use of loose. One important usage of the word loose, loose, is to mean not discreet or indiscreet. Let me give you an example. Do not listen to their loose talk. What does that mean? If you're a little intelligent, or if you're lucky, or if you're a little famous, or if you are just minding your own business and doing your own thing in your own way, there are always people in the world who talk loose of you, right? They do not even think whether it's going to hurt you, your career, or your life. They do not even think about all these things. They just talk loose of you. You know, that is called as loose talk, unnecessarily indiscreet talk. But then I have a take on this. If people talk loose of you, that means you're famous. Who has time to talk about others unless and until you're a famous person? So only if you're famous, people are going to talk, whether it is loose talk or tight talk, doesn't matter. They talk of you, right? So if people talk anything about you, don't get all cranky or sit and cry. Not necessary. You're famous. That's why people are talking about you. Well, that's how we have to take life with a pinch of salt, right? Lastly, but not the least, I have this information about the word lose. You know, the word lose is also connected with vowels. Now, what are vowels? You know, try to find out what are vowels, and then you will get to know how to connect the word lose with vowels. I'm not going to explain that. You will find about it if you do your research a little bit. Well, with this I come to the end of my video today, but then before leaving you, I want to give this question to you. What is Bermuda Triangle and where it is? If possible, give me the longitude and latitude of Bermuda Triangle, and if you get to know anything interesting about Bermuda Triangle, please do leave the answer in comment section. With this, I come to the end of today's episode. As I always take leave of you with a pinch of goodness, do take care of yourselves till I meet you again, and then do spread happiness and knowledge by sharing my videos. This is Dr. Poornima George taking leave of you.